Do you crave routine, but the moment you have it, you want to escape it? That's not laziness. That's your brain in a tug of war. Let's talk about AuDHD, autism plus ADHD. And I'll give you 10 signs that often show up when autism and ADHD overlap. Let's go. Welcome, my stars of Orion. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Orion Kelly, that autistic guy. I'm all about providing validation and support for autistic people and their loved ones. If you're AuDHD, you can get judged from both sides. Too intense, not engaged. Too sensitive, too impulsive. Why can't you just start? Why can't you just stop? And because autism and ADHD frequently co-occur, a lot of adults spend years thinking they're just failing at life, when actually they're running two operating systems at once. Let's explore 10 signs you might be AuDHD, autism and ADHD. Sign number 1, socializing feels hard in two different ways. If you're struggling socially, well, you must be rude. No. Social stuff can be hard for different reasons. Attention, timing, sensory load, reading subtext, being misread. Now, ADHD is about interrupting, talking fast, losing the thread, missing cues because your attention jumped lanes. Where autism presents like needing processing time, missing implied meaning, eye contact discomfort, being read as blunt or flat. AuDHD, your brain is both scanning and buffering, and other people mislabel the lag. Now, this connects to research on camouflaging and masking in autistic adults. Many people describe working hard to manage how they come across, and that effort can cost a lot over time. So a self-script you could use as an autistic person. I'm listening, I just need a few seconds to process, or if I interrupt, it's my ADHD trying to hold the thought. But please stop me, I won't be offended. And a support script, no rush, take your time. So a quick example. If someone says, "Can you open the window?" and you answer yes, but you don't move, they think you're being difficult. See, you thought it was a yes-no question. That's a mismatch, not a character flaw. Sign number 2, attention is either everywhere or locked on. So scatter mode versus tunnel mode. Autistic attention is often described through frameworks like monotropism, deep focus, where shifting gears is costly. Where for ADHD, it can also involve hyperfocus, but with more volatility around switching and novelty. So ADHD could come across more like, I'm obsessed until I'm not. Autism, I can go deep for years. AuDHD, a deep focus plus derailment. So you can be intensely invested and still struggle to finish. A self-script for AuDHDers. If you interrupt me mid-task, I'm going to lose the whole thread. Can you just give me 10 minutes? I'm going to finish this small bit, then I can switch. And a support script. Do you want a heads up before I change topics? Like, what's the smallest next step you want help with? Sign number 3. Sensory overwhelm hits faster and recovery takes longer. See, sensory load isn't just a I don't like noise. It's our nervous system doing too much at once. And research shows sensory processing differences are common in ADHD too, not only autism, and can show up as sensitivity, avoidance, seeking, or low registration. And autistic auditory sensitivity across the lifespan is also well documented. So, ADHD may present like difficulty filtering. Everything feels equally loud or important. Autism, specific sensory deal breakers, and this strong pull towards regulating, finding stuff that helps. AuDHD is a combination that feels like I'm overstimulated and I'm unable to tune out, and then I just shut down. Self-scripts for AuDHDers. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just overloaded. I don't know. Give me some time. 20 minutes, whatever. I'm going to come back. I can do this. I just need to lower what's happening here at the moment to find a more regulated me. And support scripts. Do you want me to repeat that more slowly? Or do you want me to just leave? Do you want a quick reset break? What do you need? Sign number 4 for AuDHD, autism and ADHD. Routine but also rebellion. See, people think if you need routine, you must be rigid. But sometimes it's not rigidity. It's basic safety measures our brain is putting into action. ADHD would be spontaneity cravings, boredom, impulse. Autism, predictability, sameness, and discomfort with sudden change. AuDHD would be you build a routine, then you feel trapped, you blow it up, and then you feel unsafe without it. A self-script you could use. Look, I need a plan, but I also need choices within this plan. So we can lock the start time, but let's keep the actual activity flexible. And a support script. Let's keep the structure, but build in options. We'll stick to the time, and you can choose the version that feels best when we get there or when we start. Sign number 5. Executive function feels like a daily ambush. See, executive function includes things like planning, prioritizing, starting, switching, working memory, self-monitoring, and meta-analytic work comparing executive function in autism and ADHD finds both groups show difficulties compared with typically developing peers, with patterns depending on how executive function is measured. ADHD can present with initiation, time blindness, task switching, impulse buys. Autism would be switching costs, transitions. I can't start until it's the right time or the right setting, until I finish this. But AuDHD is urgency plus paralysis. You want it done now, but you just can't seem to get it going, to sequence it, to start it, to make the move. Self-scripts include things like, I can't find the start point. Can you help me pick the first step? And if I don't write it down, it's just going to disappear. Support scripts, do you want me to sit with you while you start? Just body doubling your work, not talking, body doubling. Body doubling, by the way, is really powerful, I find, for me. So just having someone around, not interacting or being with me, but just around while I do bits and pieces, different types of work, sometimes I find really helpful. And it doesn't have to be a human. How good are cats as body doubling? Shut up, Daisy. Sign number 6, you get misread as intense or not caring. Depending on the day, AuDHD can actually change your outward presentation, how it manifests. One day you're chatty, the next you're flat. People assume moodiness or disrespect, but camouflaging research shows autistic adults often describe actively managing expressions, tone, and behavior to meet expectations, which clearly can be bloody exhausting. A self-script for AuDHDers. Now, my face doesn't always match my feelings. So if you don't know, don't guess, just ask. Or I'm crazy low right now. I'm low battery. I care. I'm just running on empty. And support scripts. Do you want some comfort or you want some solutions or just quiet? I'm not taking a tone personally. Don't worry. What are you trying to tell me? What's the message here? What do you need? Sign number 7, the project pile up. It's a meltdown pattern. So you've got too many tabs open, right? AuDHD often looks like starting multiple projects. So novelty and optimism, then hitting the wall, overload and switching costs, then shame spiraling. But it's not a motivational issue. It's simply capacity plus sequencing issues. And a self-script. I haven't failed these projects. I've just overloaded my system. Can you help me choose when to finish? Like one to stop for a while, one to pause, one to drop altogether for now. I often struggle on prioritizing tasks. So a support script. Let's sort the pile without any judgment. Right? Which one's actually urgent? Which one matters most? And which one can wait? We only need one next step. Sign number 8. You can't filter sound and conversations become work. Lots of AuDHD adults describe needing huge mental effort to track speech in noisy settings, then appearing disengaged. So auditory hyperreactivity is documented in autistic people, and auditory processing differences are a growing focus in research. And a self-script. I just can't hear you in here. Can we go outside or sit somewhere quiet? If you say it in one sentence, I can catch it better. Keep it simple, little chunks. And a support script. Do you want me to just text you or email you the key points? We can do one person talking at a time. What works for you? Sign number 9. After social time, your brain replays everything for hours. So the event ends, you get home, and then the analysis begins. Did I say something weird? Did I miss a cue? Was I too much? Was I rude? Did I offend them? That rumination can be fueled by anxiety, sensory depletion, and past social punishments. And a self-script. My brain is doing the replay thing, okay? I don't need a post-mortem right now. I need to decompress. And then I can tell you what's bothering me. Before we get to that, just let me work out what's bothering me. Support script. You don't have to solve the whole night tonight. Do you want reassurance, some quiet time? Do you want to help reality checking one part of it? I was there too. I can tell you weren't offensive. Things like that, they help. But sign 10 is big. Listen up. You relate to both labels, autism and ADHD, but neither fully explains you. This one matters because a lot of adults get shoved into either or, right? Also, modern diagnostic frameworks allow autism and ADHD to be diagnosed together. But historically, that wasn't the case. So if you're sitting there thinking, this explains my whole life, that's not you being dramatic. That's you finally having a map, an epiphany, an aha moment. So a self-script for this. I'm not trying to collect labels here or excuses. I'm trying to understand myself, my behaviors, my feelings, so I can support myself better. And a support script. You don't need to prove anything to me. Whatever helps you. If this framework helps you make sense of your life, that matters to me. I'm all for that. Now let me give you a translation dictionary. When I say I need a minute, you often hear I'm upset with you. But what I mean is, look, my brain's overloaded. I need to reset so I can think clearly. The best reply in this situation is no problem. Take your time. I'll be here. Another one is, if I say, can you say that again? You hear, oh, okay, he wasn't even listening. Wasn't paying attention. No, I mean, I heard the words, but my brain didn't process them yet. And sometimes I need to hear it either which way to get it. The best reply is, please, sure, let me say it again. I can say it simpler, slower, differently, however helps you get it processed in your way. Just be there, support them. I say, I don't know where to start. I'm overwhelmed. You hear, you just can't be bothered. You're lazy. I mean, this task is too big in my head. I need help finding the starting point. My brain has catastrophized it, has blown it up. The best reply is, let's just pick the first step together. I can help you get started. I say, I can't do crowds today. I can't do this today. You think I'm being difficult. What I mean is, my sensory system is basically at capacity. Okay, I'm virtually teetering on dysregulation. Anything else, crowds, whatever, are going to tip me over the edge. The best reply is, got it. Let's just do something else. A quieter option. What would you rather do? You're suddenly not feeling great and you say, well, I was fine earlier. You're thinking, well, this came out of nowhere. What are you talking about? You're fine earlier. You should be still fine now. What I mean was I was coping earlier, but now my battery's dropped. I'm crashing. I'm shutting down. The best reply is, okay, thanks for telling me. What's going to help you charge that battery? Because you're actually, instead of going, what do you mean you were fine earlier? You're still fine now. Nothing's happened. Where'd this come from? It came out of nowhere. Rather than judging, you're supporting. Here's a quick self-check. Do you want structure, but then feel trapped by it? Do you miss social cues because you're distracted or because subtext just doesn't land? Do you swing between I can't start and I can't stop? Do sensory environments drain you faster than people realize? Do transitions and interruptions feel physically painful? After social time, do you replay everything like you're going through some sort of courtroom preparation? If you answered yes to a bunch of these, well, you're not alone. Now, some may say, this just sounds like overthinking normal behavior, Orion. Well, maybe some parts are common human experiences, sure. But with AuDHD, it's often the stacking effect that matters. So attention load, sensory load, transitions, emotional regulation, social processing, all hitting at once. It's not one trait in isolation. It's the combined pressure of them all. Oh yeah, well, cool, great. But if they can do it sometimes, they should be able to do it all the time. That's not how AuDHD works. Capacity changes with sleep, stress, noise, unpredictability, hunger, masking load. How many demands are already in our autistic AuDHD brain? Inconsistent performance is often a regulation issue, not a motivational issue. Orion, you're just making excuses with labels again. You and your labels. No, this is not about lowering standards. It's about using the right operating manual. When you understand the pattern, you can build better strategies and communicate needs earlier and reduce unnecessary conflict for everyone involved. Let me give you a classic AuDHD moment. So let's say you're out with friends. Okay, maybe it's me. And I just happen to be quite funny at this moment, right? I'm delivering. Right, then the venue where we are suddenly gets louder. Someone changes a plan. There's a weird smell. I'm trying to track 3 conversations at once and suddenly my face goes blank. I'm just nodding now. I'm missing jokes. And then someone says to me, Orion, are you okay? Are you angry? Now inside, I'm thinking, I'm not angry. I'm buffering, my friend. But then you get home and your ADHD brain replays the whole night like it's trying to win an argument that doesn't exist. You're not on the stand. See, that isn't a personal failure. That's what AuDHD can look like when your system gets overloaded. So what's the most annoying label people put on you? Lazy, rude, too much, too sensitive. I want to see it in the comments. And if you want more videos that give you validation and support as a neurodivergent person, check out my playlist, ADHD and Autism.